Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be drawing, I don't know, some dude, some guy. Actually, this might be a girl, but whatever. We're drawing someone. And they have a pumpkin on their head. Alright, yeah, cool. We're going to start by drawing, well, the body, because you need to draw the body first. Gotta have a body to build stuff off of. And then let's get the actual body part. They're crouched down, and I am not very good with... That's not the right way, but whatever. I'm not very good with anything involving putting, like, the legs forward, but, you know, whatever. The knees are... I think this person's too short, actually. No, that's about how big they are. But I need to make the legs about go down to here. Alright, and the knees are pretty much just right here. And right here. And we'll just add little lines at the moment. And then where are the feet? Underneath. I don't know how to draw feet, but there's a foot. And then where's the other foot? Alright, here. With it going up a little bit. This foot actually needs to be farther back. So I'll do that. There we go. Definitely need to practice perspective more, because that looks a little wonky, but you know, that's fine for now. Then we'll just get the arms in, which she's resting her arm on her leg. And then she's got this arm up here. Also, I'm just saying this is a girl. I have no idea if it's a girl anymore. We can make it a girl. She doesn't have any hair, so it doesn't really matter. It's whoever we say it is. There's a pumpkin on their head, so there we go. Do that. Then put a hand here. And go like that. And there we go. There's an extremely awkward, weird position that I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to draw. But you know, whatever. You never know if you're going to be able to draw anything until you draw it. Or unless you're a good artist and already know you can draw these things. But that doesn't count. That doesn't count. If you're good at art, it doesn't count. Yep, we're probably going to have to get rid of that shoulder muscle if we're drawing a girl. And because she's kind of wearing a sweater, and I think I kind of want to put her in something at least sweater-like. Alright, so let's go like that. And then try wrap it around here a little bit. Yeah, we're going to call that good enough. Well, I don't know, our hand should be facing more upwards. Which we can kind of just fix with just like going like this and then fingers. It's a little bit of a mess, but yep, we can call that good just for the moment, because that's good enough considering we're not adding details just yet. Should we should add the pants first. She's got some like overalls on, which I guess I should. Well, no, I don't need to add that just yet. We are going to add the thickness to this arm though. And I guess that means we have to add this. not exactly trying to make this sleeve stuff perfect yet. We're just trying to get stuff down so that we can make it better later. We might want the hand right there, so we might want to go like this, and then add that right there. So go like this, and then sort of curve it up because of that's how hands work. And we might cover her entire hand with that. I can't say for sure. We just might, because I'm not the best at drawing hands. I'm not horrible, but a lot of times I just can't get them to look right, so I avoid drawing them if I can. Which, I mean, I probably shouldn't do. If I'm not very good at drawing something, I should probably try to draw it. But, like, shut up. I'm gonna do whatever I want. It's my drawings. Alright. There we go. Then, like, trace her butt. Legs looking mighty skinny, if I do say so. But also, we have not added the pants yet, so I don't know. Maybe it'll look better when I add pants. I don't really know. I also don't know how to draw shoes, so I'm kind of just going to do this for now. This little shitty bad shoe, just so we can get something down. Yep, that's a perfect shoe, yep. Or to pretend like that's really nice, because if we do, then, I don't know. It's supposed to be bent, but you can't even tell. Yeah, this body looks horrible, because it's too wide. Her shoulders are too broad. I made them too broad because of the pumpkin. I drew the head wide because I was like, pumpkin, gotta draw the shoulders wider, but no, you don't have to draw the shoulders that wide. So we're going to try to unwiden these shoulders just a tad, but then the whole body looks kind of smaller, so we'll move the arm. Make her arm a little bit longer, maybe. Elbow's kind of sharp now, but it's fine. It's like resting on here anyways. Now this arm is insanely long, so we should probably raise this leg, actually. So that's where that is. So this should be up here more, and this should be like this. But I don't really know how to draw this. I don't really know what I'm doing with this stuff, but that's fine. I'll go ahead and just add the sleeve right there. Add the elbow on there. And that's good enough. Obviously it's bad, but well, I'm just saying it's good enough for the moment. Yep, that's good enough. It's not perfect or anything, but whatever. Let's go ahead and get this shape for the pumpkin head down now. Yep, that looks big enough, but pumpkins are, pumpkin shaped. So we're going to have a probably more rounded pumpkin than pumpkins usually are, but doesn't really matter. that's a no-go right there. Alright. Yep, beautiful. Okay, this is kind of not looking like the best pumpkin I've ever drawn. And this is the time we need to actually draw the pumpkin shape correctly. Let me add a stem, see if adding a stem will make it better. Not really, but you know, I think it's good enough. Should have honestly just made this like a curve, like a straighter one. Because right now it curves a lot down to the bottom like that, and I don't want that, so let's try to curve more, just general curves. I don't really know. Yeah, look, that looks pretty decent. So we'll try that again with this one. Make it go out further. And curve back in. And my reference shut off, but that's fine. I'm not really looking at it for the pumpkin shape. Even though this is a pumpkin, so I probably should be looking at it, considering I don't really know what they look like. Even though I carve pumpkins every year. I guess it is only one time a year, so. I don't like that. We need 2 big eyes, but those are too big. Should we add the... I think I'm going to add the pumpkin lines on there first. Before we add these. And if you don't know what I mean by pumpkin lines, I mean this. Where it comes from that. And curves on the pumpkin. Comes from that. And curves on the pumpkin. Comes from there. And curves down the pumpkin. Comes from there. And curves down the pumpkin. Comes from there. And curves down the pumpkin. Except we're going to need to change that curve a little bit to fit how the pumpkin's shape is. I don't really like this because I didn't curve these correctly. No. I don't really know what I'm doing with these curves. The curves are a lot different on the actual pumpkin. But I figured I could wing these curves. I could just wing it, because it is just curves. That's what I figured. But I don't really like how the curves I drew turned out. They don't look nice. So we're going to erase them and just pretty much copy the curves that are on this pumpkin. Because, I don't know. How the fuck am I supposed to know how a pumpkin curves? Right, so pretty much a straight down one right here. Oh, actually, it does curve a little bit this direction at the bottom there. We're going to pretend like that's good just for the sake of the moment. And right here, this one curves like that. Then this one curves like this. This one curves like that. There we go, and curves onto a pumpkin. Never been so easy. Alright, got ourselves some more curves. And some more curves. Who could have frickin' guessed? This one needs to do a little bit of curving more. One's not really good, but I don't want to erase it because I'm lazy, so just draw the next one. And that is good enough for me. Those look like pumpkin curves. Alright, it's been 16 minutes and I've drawn a pumpkin. God, I'm such a good artist. Should I craft something circular to draw this circle? I don't have anything small enough. And this is a carved pumpkin anyway, so it's not like it would be perfect. Then we add a pumpkin scar onto the pumpkin too. There we go. And we're also going to need to add a little bit of 3D-ness to the pumpkin. But that's kind of need to wait till I erase everything. That's fine. These eyes are kind of small. And they definitely could be bigger, but that's fine. Time to actually draw this body though. Let's go ahead and do a little quick erase over that. Don't erase the pumpkin because the pumpkin doesn't need to be erased. Fix our bracelets because we hit them on the edge of the paper as we were erasing. And I still have no idea how to draw shoes, so I honestly might just cut this person's feet off. I've done it before. I did not erase that very well. I'll do it again. Alright. Let's try to draw some clothes on the scale. Just give her something that just goes down at first. But then it's starting to fold here because it's going to bunch up on the leg a bit. And then maybe it should stick out just a tad bit more. There we go. Should I draw the... I think I'm going to draw the leg right now just so I can have that right there. And then this is going to go over the leg, which this is going to curve a little bit. And then this is going to go like that. Right. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that area right now, but we can just leave it be for the moment. Because, well, we can add some curves in the sleeve, pretend like we know what we're actually doing, when really we have no idea what the fuck we're doing, and just kind of hoping that things are going to turn out well. One of these days I'll understand what the fuck I'm actually doing. One of these days. Alright. There we go. There's our gonna be that thingy. We're gonna want to first erase that little back thing. We're gonna want to bend this, but then like get it right here. You see that? And then sort of do that again. Then we're actually going to try to add a bump there, but I don't really know how I feel about that, so we might delete it. I said delete, but I mean erase, because can't delete things on non-digital art, which I definitely need to do some more digital art. Or, I guess, record it, because I've been doing some. I just don't record it. Because, well, it's slightly annoying to record it. Because I do it on my phone. Can't really do sharp things with a unsharpened pencil, can you? Here comes in Mr. Frog. Mr. Frog that does not have a name. I gave all this group of pencils names, even the eraser a name. But Mr. Frog doesn't have a name. He just goes by Mr. Frog. Ow. That means it's sharp enough. If you can hurt yourself on it, that means it's sharp enough. Alright, let's try to draw a thumb. Which, honestly, I should probably draw, guidelines before I even draw fingers, but, I'm too fucking lazy for that. That's too much goddamn work. Alright. Yep, we're gonna pretend like those are real nice fingers. They need to be thicker. And then we got ourselves a pinky. There we go. That hand looks like shit, but you know what? It's good enough for us to not care about it. Except for, actually, no. Because I want it to actually connect to this. I could change that, but I don't want to. Yep, that is good enough for me. The fingers are not perfect, not in the absolute slightest, but they're good enough to consider them to be good enough. Alright. Honestly, when I draw fingers and hands, I just need to stop thinking as much. Yeah, whatever. I don't like this finger, but we're gonna leave it. No, we're not. I always say that I'm gonna leave something, and then I'm not gonna leave it, because I can't leave it like that. If it sticks out too much, if it looks too bad enough to where it's drawing my attention away from the drawing, then you have to fix it. You can't leave something that's bad enough to draw the attention away from the main focus. Yeah, that's good enough. Still kind of draws the attention, but it's because it's kind of messy. I think it'll get better with erasing the lines and with my hand smudging the pencil head. As long as this drawing actually goes good, I do plan on inking this drawing. Because, well, I can. As long as I don't run out of time. I mean, it is 9:07, which isn't that late. But also, I usually go to bed around 8. So, yeah. Alright. Go ahead and go like this. Go like this. And go like this. Those are some good folds, but I might have to change them because of how this arm is. I there would be a lot of tension on this knee, but then the tension would kind of fall off about here because of, well, that's how legs work. I don't really like those fold lines, but I've never been good with fold lines on pants anyways. I honestly really don't know why I suck at drawing pants so much. I feel like they're not that complicated, not much more complicated than sleeves, but I just suck at them. It's probably because I've had a lot more practice drawing the other things, considering a lot of times I just give people skirts, because I draw a lot more girls than I do guys, so I tend to just give them skirts, because it is easier. We're going to bring her butt up a little bit, just like sort of right there. And I think that is actually pretty good, honestly. It's not perfect. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that's fine. It's not perfect by any means, but it's not bad. I don't know how I feel about that fold, but we're going to keep it for the moment. Because I did initially plan on adding some more folds under it, because this is somewhat loose of a, like, sweater. So, yeah. We're going to want to give her lines on this too, I just remembered, but technically we would want to give lines throughout this entire sweater, but I don't think I'm going to do that because that takes a lot of time and I am lazy. And especially if I'm going to ink this, there's no way I would be able to be that consistent with the lines while inking it, and I really don't want to mess it up. But it also would look pretty cool, I think. I'll try it out with a pencil, but I can't guarantee that it's going to end up in the drawing because of, well, I have not inked anything in actually a really long time, so I haven't used those pens in a while. So I'm not entirely sure if my accuracy is still going to be very good with them. Also considering it wasn't very good to begin with. If you look at my drawings that I've inked in, you can kind of see I don't have the... it's too small. You can kind of see I don't have the best accuracy with those, like, inking pen things. It's a little bit me sucking and a little bit me being uncareful and a little bit me being slightly scared of the pens. These are some fucking sausage fingers if I've ever drawn sausage fingers. Let's go ahead and try again. Let's go ahead and give this... give the finger some life by giving it some bend to it. Even if it's not perfect. We just don't want it to be sausage-like. Even if it's like, see, that's all weird and wonky. But, like, as long as it's not sausage-like. If it's too round and just too perfect, then it looks fucked up. Or it looks like out of place. That's what I meant to say. We're just putting circles here for the fucking nails. I don't care. Yep, that's good enough for me. I don't really care too much. Then let's add just a little dash of a thumb. Because the thumb's there. I feel like those fingers might be too long. So I'm going to shave them down a little bit. And we're actually going to stick this one out a little bit. Make it separate from the other ones. Yeah, that is what we're going to call good enough. Should we add any other folds on here? I think that's good enough for the folds, so let's go ahead and add this, which is going to be annoying to ink. And I can't erase the lines in between there without erasing the fingers, so we're kind of stuck with those bad lines, but that's fine. Alright, there we go. Now, time for this part of the leg, which I'm not looking forward to. I don't really know why. I just feel like this part's going to be harder than the other one. Because these legs are at slightly different angles. But I mean, I can just draw it sort of like that one. That's kind of what I plan on doing, is just sort of copying the look for that one. Alright. That's going to be a no. That's not going back far enough. Well, let's erase that foot fully, too. This is what's going to be the problem with is the curving it the correct amount. What is that? That's just too short. That's fine, I guess. It's just kind of too short. Do we keep it because I'm lazy, or I'll extend it. We can just kind of do the same thing, just extend it, and then connect this up here and get rid of some of these. Add a little bit more variation to the pant leg. Even though actually I'm curving it inwards when this is, gravity, so it should be falling outwards. So that means the foot's gonna have to be like right there, right here. So let's try to draw the shoe now, which I've never been good at drawing shoes. I pretty much can say I've never been good at drawing anything, because that's pretty much the case. I can draw t-shirt folds sometimes, and I can draw some hairstyles decently well. That's about it. Not the most consistent art in the world, but that's because I don't have time to practice a lot. Alright. Let's try to get this shoe going in here. Looking pretty decent, honestly, this shoe. I mean, it's not amazing or anything. I'm just saying it's not bad. Yeah, that's a decent shoe if I've ever seen one. It is decent. Beautiful. This is honestly probably one of the best shoes I've ever drawn. But I also don't really draw shoes too often, because I cut the people off at the... I usually cut people off at the hip or at the feet, because of not wanting to draw shoes or legs, because I'm lazy and don't really like to draw legs. don't... This isn't even bent. The shoe's supposed to be bent. I didn't bend the shoe, did I? Can I still bend the shoe? I think we're gonna have to erase it. Even though that's one of the best shoes I've ever drawn, it really doesn't matter if it doesn't sell the correct image. If it looks wrong, then it's not a good shoe. Because if you can't tell what the shoe is supposed to look like, what the fuck is it there for? Oh, so I can erase that. We're gonna try drawing this other shoe. Because, well, it's a little easier. I just realized I still haven't even drawn her overalls. Once I draw these shoes, I'll probably do a time lapse and then check back in before I do the inking, and then do a time lapse of the inking because, well, this is getting kind of long and I don't like it when I make the videos like an hour or even longer. I really don't like that, but I'm also not going to edit the videos because that takes a long time and I don't want to. Alright, go like this. And then wrap that shit around. Add a little buckle type-ish thing right there. Put that there. Oh shit, no, I should put that there. Alright. Then do that. This is kind of an awkward shoe, but honestly, I think it's gonna be some of the best I'm gonna get. So we're going to accept it as a shoe. And then we're going to add the lace. Then we'll add some of that. Then we'll go like this. And then we'll go like that. Okie dokie. Now, there we go. That shoe is not very good, but it's good enough. Stop that. I don't know how to spin a pencil with this hand. I don't know how to spin a pencil with my dominant hand. You know, the one that I do stuff with. Alright, this is how the toes are. We need to, or how the position is. We need to get them toes are flat. Them toes is flat, but then like the foot curves. But like we can't curve it that tight. We need this part to go up. And then we need this to like look like it's up here. And then we need that to go like that. Put that there. Where would the laces would go? Here and here. And then we would get shoe. What a perfect shoe if I've ever seen one. I actually don't think the laces look bad. I just think the shoe looks bad. Because honestly, I don't know how I'm supposed to draw this shoe and make it look correct. That one looks good enough. I accidentally poked the paper. But this one can't get to look right. I think I might be making it too long, maybe. Shaking my entire desk. Alright, let's try that. That's the front of the shoe right there. Wow, what an amazing shoe. What an amazing front of the shoe. go. Yep, just pretend like it's all good, all amazing. And sweet and excellent and shit. And then go up here. That's supposed to have like an actual lip, you dumbass. Put the lip more that way, because the shoe's supposed to be pointed more that way. So then let's get the shoe more like that. And curve that shit. Curve that shit. Curve that shit. There we go. We would curve that like that, so. Oh yeah, those are some terrible laces right there. I wasn't even following the lines. So we'll go like that, 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 go like that. My sister just came in my room and asked if she could kick me in the face. There we go, there's some laces, there we go, there we go. Good enough, cause I'm lazy and don't want to keep drawing this shoe over and over again. Yep, there's our shoes. I'm gonna do a time lapse now of drawing the overalls. This is the magic. Alrighty. Well, I added the overalls, but they didn't go exactly according to plan. But I still think they look decent. There's still some changes that I would like to make to this, but I think I'm honestly going to keep it as is and move on to the inking, because that's inking time lapse. Go. Alrighty, I am back, and we got it all time-lapsed. I think that this actually turned out really good. I did mess up those fingers, and the same with these ones, but, you know, I still think they look good. And the pumpkin, the little scratches I did on the pumpkin didn't turn out as well, but still think they look good. There is one thing I forgot to add, though, which I will add now. With the 005 will probably be fine. Forgot to add a little bit of a shadow for the pumpkin on the neck. But now, we are done. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.